What's up, everybody? Hydra Hybrid back in the cut. You asked for it, you got it. You guys wanted to see the SE7000 run in this 4x4 tent on DWC. 6 plants, 127-gallon tote. You got it. Everybody, or a majority of the consensus was SE7000. I really wanted to go big, but maybe we could save that for next run and then do a back-to-back comparison between this grow and the new upgraded SE1000W. So that's something to look forward to in the future. But I think the overall consensus was pretty accurate, pretty spot on. Not quite what I was assuming was going to happen. I was just right off the bat, I thought everybody was going to want to see the SE1000W running this 4x4 tent just to say, you know, the biggest, the baddest, let's get it over with. But I think everybody was, you know, very logical, very practical within choosing the light system that we're going to run in this tent for this particular grow series. So like I said, you asked for it, you got it. Let's change it out. And there you go, Spider Farmer SE7000 Deluxe Grow Light. Woo! Coming at you because you guys asked for it. So let me go over the system and show you what we're going to be running. What we have is just a basic 27-gallon tote. This is a drain and a refill for water changes. Basically, we have the pump. This is the primary pump. Pumps water from the container to the chiller back to the tent, back up into a UV sterilizer. UV sterilizer deposits that water on the opposite end of the tote. That's why I labeled it Dr. Octavius versus Hydro Hybrid. It just looked kind of wild going into the system, so I was like, wow, that's a pretty cool name. And as soon as I had everything connected, I was like, yeah, definitely like Dr. Octavius. That suits it very well. So very minimal, simple setup on all your loops. Make it look real clean. Keep it as clean as possible. But combined with the Spider Farmer SE7000, there's no holding you back, bro. Sky's the limit now. So we're going to take this 27-gallon yellow top bin to the top. It's all hooked up. It's connected. We're on timers. The only thing that I have left to do is fill it up with water. I mean, what do we want to, like halfway there or something? Not even halfway there. Maybe like a third of the way there. I have a 100-gallon per day system, so obviously I'm going to have to accumulate a couple 5-gallon bins to kind of anticipate the water changes. But other than that, this is going to be a very smooth sailing grow. Once your DWC system is connected, it's basically set it and forget it. You don't have to do much. You know, especially if you're running like a Spider Farmer LED grow light right above your DWC hydroponic system. You know, I've had the most success over any hydroponic system that I've ever used always building my own. So if you understand it enough to build it yourself, you're going to have, in my opinion, you're going to have more success because you've built your system basically tailored to your environment and your style of growing and how you intend to approach this from start to finish. So when you build your system, it is tailored to you as a grower, and like this one is tailored to me. Is basically it's a replicate of my past recirculating DWC systems. Now I know this one isn't technically recirculating from multiple modules, but it is recirculating in the sense that it does have a recirculating pump, it does have a chiller, it has a return. Obviously that pump pushes water through the chiller and back through the UV sterilizer and back, dumps it on the opposite end of the container. When the water hits the opposite end of the container, I don't have that hose submersed in water. That just drops straight on top of the water, thus injecting more oxygen with inside the water. You always want to keep that in mind. Inject more water, or excuse me, inject more air, inject more air. So every time this system pumps water through and sterilizes it, chills it, sterilizes it, chills it, sterilizes it, it pumps water and drops that water on top of the water level. And as it does that, it's injecting air as well on top of everything else that we have going on. So I really want to keep it simple. The AP60s I'm not worried about sound or anything like that or decibels, but they definitely consume a lot more electricity than this, and they're much louder. You know, I don't have a problem with the noise, but I'm trying to keep things to a minimum down here on the footprint of the canopy. So by the time we go to harvest, we can add up all the true grams per watts consumed between a chiller, a UV sterilizer, and I don't want to say basic, but it is a General Hydroponics dual diaphragm pump. And it works great. I've had that pump for 14 years. I've replaced the diaphragms on that probably twice. I just replaced the diaphragms on that before we start this grow series to ensure that we're not going to have any problems moving here on through the rest of the grow. I don't want to have to take anything apart or tinker with this thing. So do your best, do your due diligence prior to starting up your grow. You know, we're going to be running glass stones on top of this system. I had to go dig these up from storage, by the way. That's what I had left. So we're going to be running glass stones. I've used these quite a bit, and they're good. I have nothing but positive things to say about them. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're looking for more information about those particular medium stones. I'll leave a link in the description below for the pump, the chiller, the UV sterilizer, and the badass Spider Farmer SE7000. Boom. There's a 3-gallon bucket of yo-yos. I will sit here and tie up every single cola from start to finish. But ultimately, what dictates the outcome of a grow is your light. That's it. This is the number one key factor. This is the number one element to success in your garden, is having a sufficient light capable of producing. It all starts right here. After that, it's genetics. After that, it's your system. After that, it's your grower's thumb. Spider Farmer Light, 4x4 tent. I don't care about what you're doing down here. That's irrelevant. It's entirely up to you. When we get to the footprint of this canopy, that's growers talent right there. That perspective is entirely up to you. What I do care about is square footage and the kind of light that you're running from rim to rim. This is a 4-foot by 4-foot light. There is absolutely not 1 inch of this canopy that is not going to get fucking beamed with light one way or another. Everything in your garden starts here. I'm going to tell you that. You have square footage, you have a style of method you prefer to grow, but ultimately everything dictates your outcome with two key main factors, and that is your light, and the second is the grower's talent. How much talent do you have as a grower? We're right on the damn money with that bubble, baby. We're level. Because we're running deep water culture, I intend to run this thing bridged between the power supply down here. We have a chiller, we have an air pump, we have a primary pump, and then we have the UV sterilizer. You don't necessarily need the UV sterilizer, but again, like I said in the last video, in case you don't watch the video series, it's like buying an insurance policy, okay? They work good. They consume very little electricity. This one specifically consumes 9 watts, and that's it. Very small price to pay for an insurance policy. It sterilizes the water as it continuously moves through the system. You don't need it. It's not necessary, but it is something that I do prefer on a return back to the system. I'm not running any biologicals in here. I'm not running any beneficial bacterias, so that's irrelevant. We are running strictly chemical fertilizers, and we do flush everything out at the end of the grow. Woo! I'm damn tired. I'm going to bed. Peace. Spider Farmer SE7000 with the deep water cultivation system that the subscribers and the fans have requested for like the last 3 years. I finally put it together. I have finally put this goddamn system together for you guys, and I'm going to show you once again. We're taking it back to the roots with Hygro Hybrid, guys. Much love, respect, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Woo! Spider Farmer, baby. Peace.